Hey everyone, Digon here, joined by Huhi from 100 Thieves. Just finished the finals here, not exactly the way that I wanted to go. Kind of want to start with, we didn't have the chance to talk to you yesterday. You had a long series with EG, 3-2-1. That one felt like it took a lot to get to the finish line. Do you feel like that affected you coming into today?
I mean, not really. I think going to Game 5 is something that we didn't really expect, especially with their new player Kaori. And yeah, it was like a bit tough because they were in the match point and we felt pressured by that, and we didn't expect that at all. And I think it just shows how we were choking a bit, but we were really glad that we still pulled it off, and we were still really confident going in today's series. But yeah, I think in terms of like our stamina or like our condition, I don't think it really did that much. I think it's just on us. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it really felt like that battle tested you for today's matches. So I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna get a good 4 or 5 game series, and it was 3-0. And there were multiple games that you guys were in. So kind of talk me through the ebbs and flows of this series. It was 3 games.
Yeah. So I think game 1. It was a game that we traded Lulu and Yumi. And
the weird top picks too. It was Malphite that came on through for Sunday against the Cannon.
Oh yeah, I think game 1 I played Soraka actually. And it was a game that we kind of knew that they were gonna pick the Nocturne Cannon, and I think in the end it just decided about the team fighting. But yeah, I think we were kind of panicking in every kind of like team fight situation when Nocturne
turns lights out.
And Cannon is coming from a side. Also, like they were just, I think just mechanically, honestly speaking, they just kind of played it better. Like for example, they won a 3v2 situation in the top lane when we heralded. Those kind of things shouldn't really happen, and I think they just kind of snowball from there.
Game 2, you guys had the lead in that one. That was around the Herald, right?
Yeah, I think game 2, we had a total control of the game. We were really confident. We knew that we were going to win the game. And unfortunate situation happened mid lane. And I think that kind of triggered everyone in a bad way. And we were trying to still come back at the game, but I think it just kind of affected us too much that we kind of made a lot of emotion decisions. Because we could have just gave that dragon up, but we still choose to fight. Lost our lead completely there, and kind of like played in our head, and like lost our momentum, lost the game.
Yeah, that was the first time I think in a long time you all as a team I saw go one at a time into a fight, trying to, I think I can. That's not something that y'all do. Y'all are the, group is 5 and, work together as a team. But that one was, I think I can try to save this, and I'll try to save him, and I'll try to save him. Well, I guess everyone else went in, and I was like, whoa, that happened like twice. And then game 3, that was the early invade. That was a lot of fun, but that one also went the way of Cloud9 to start.
Yeah, I think the game 3, we didn't expect their early invade at all, and they kind of played well, had a really good preparation. But I think even after the disaster, we were still fine. We were still playing the game correctly, and I think we were in the winning situation, in my opinion. I think that game really came down to how we were gonna fight and execution, basically. But I think we just misplayed again, like in a lot of objective control area, like when we were contesting the Dragon and the Herald especially. We just overstepped too much and kind of didn't play our comp correctly. So yeah, they just snowballed. Like we knew the game was really one-sided towards them at some point, but I'm still proud of my team and myself to how we communicated in the game. Like we were saying, okay, there's like nothing to lose now. Like let's just like put some fights on and see what happens. Like the fights are kind of unwinnable in those kind of situations, just because they had a way better scaling comp than us. And I think we still put out some decent fights. But yeah, it's just sad the way how it ended, like another 3-0.
Yeah.
But I think it is what it is, and we have to move on from that.
Yeah, y'all are the 2020 FlyQuest finalists both times, not quite making it, but still going to Worlds. For you, a lot of your experience, you've had the high highs, you had the low lows. How do you want to move on here to Worlds? Like, what is your process to move on to Worlds, knowing that it was like, dang, 2 regular seasons, 2 playoffs, and almost there, but we're not done yet?
Yeah, I think it will be really important that we stick as a team. Because in the end, no matter what everyone else thinks, we made back-to-back finals, and we won one of them. We got 2 games, but I truly believe that that's because we choked really hard and we didn't even play on our level.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of reasons for that, and that's why I think it's really important that we stick as a team, even stronger, even this tough loss, and have each other's back and show that we still trust each other and we're still a team and we still have a really good opportunity in front of us. Like, we're really lucky to have this kind of job and lifestyle, and we have to just realize that, get our motivation back, and grind again for the Worlds and show up there.
International event finally happening in North America. Everyone's going to be behind every single North American team. What does that mean to you as a player that represents NA?
I think it is our best chance in terms of, I think 2 of the finals that we had the crowds, it was heavily against us. For example, like the EG finals as well, I will say like 80% of the crowd was cheering for Evil Genius, and today as well, the C9 fans are just everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, even if we try to ignore it, we can still hear it in the game, stuff like that. And I think that's just because we have to take those fandom back.
Yeah.
And I think representing NA strong is one of the best way to do it. Since now they're gonna be on our back too, I think we just have to use the momentum and show them that we're a really strong team, that we're not in the finals luckily, and that you guys can also cheer for us. And I think from there we should get the momentum and get the fandom as well.
Yeah, World's one of the great unifying forces for North American League of Legends. Every year we suck up that copium and we're like, we're gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. Close it off, your Worlds group is gonna include Gen G, and if things go according to plan, RNG. How do you feel going up against these 2, historically great organizations?
I think it's like always really exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time to play versus those teams, especially like Gen G right now looks really strong. Like, I watched their finals, like
they're
good. kind of like our idols, like whenever I watch Vic, we're watching Ruler, Chovy is there.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that we get an opportunity to play versus them on stage. But like also RNG as well, likely, like Jakilov, like it's all the players that we always watch the entire year. But I don't think that will stop us, because last year we had the same thing. We had T1 and EDG on our group. And it really felt like we could beat them on stage. So I think we just have to make sure that we don't have a performance like today or yesterday where we have a lot of regrets. We feel like we have fuels in the tank that we couldn't show, and that's the part that we want to avoid the most as a team. So we just have to prepare really well as a team, and I think we will have a pretty good chance.
All right, good old best of ones always gives us a chance.
For sure.
Huhi, it's always great having you on here. Thank you so much for your time, brother.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Thank you.